Okay. Yeah,
So,
fine.
and as you all know that Java was one of the most famous language. It was used and it is like it is in use now, but many of the companies have shifted their scope to Python so that they can be easy to learn and easy to maintain, because Python is very easy language. Now we move on to the reasons for increasing popularity. So as we have seen that Python has increased popularity, but what are the reasons that Python has increased that? First of all, it is very simple to learn and it is very simple to understand because it has mostly the English language. It follows the English language. And if you remember, and I'm not sure if you have done the Python, but if you have done, you can see that writing a Python code uh, in comparison to Java is very simple, right? If you want to print a single line in Python, you just have to type print and that's it, right? So it's very simple to learn.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The other reason is compatible with many operating systems. For example, you can run Python on the Windows, you can run Python on Mac, you can run Python on Linux, right? Uh, it's compatible with every operating system out there. It's object oriented. Object oriented means Python is based upon objects, just like C++ is. And there are because you can use the objects in Python, it becomes very simple. And class is the blueprint where using the class you can use the objects. Okay, I'll give you a short example of the object. Let's say parrot is an object here. So the object has two characteristics. One is attribute and one is behavior. So its attributes is its color, its name, and all that, and its behavior is it dances, it sings, it talks, right? So these are the object characteristics. These are the two object characteristics. In the same way, Python uses this object, and we can define as many attributes and as many behavior of the objects if we want to create our own variable. And the last is it has a lot of libraries because Python supports many libraries. It has libraries for mathematical calculations, or if you want to do any scientific purpose, you can do that. If you want to build a graph, you can do that with Python libraries. So there are n number of libraries for every possible scenarios. Next, we move on to architecture of Python. Uh, in a simple sense, so how a Python architecture works is first to write a Python code, then we have a translator or a syntax checker, right? It is generally called a translator. So what translator does it translates the Python code to a bytecode, and because no machine can understand the Python code, it has to be converted to bytecode. So once it is converted to bytecode, now Python virtual machine or PVM comes into picture, and then it converts it to an output. So if you have written something, it needs to be converted to an output so that CPU can understand what exactly is written. So once it is converted to bytecode, then PVM comes into picture, and then it converts the bytecode into output. It gives some input, obviously, and then it can be understood by the CPU. So that is the whole architecture. You do not need any. For example, if you have done Java, you know that there is a JVM included in it. So you don't need anything. It is just that Python is compatible, and the translator and the virtual Python virtual machine also you do not have to install externally or separately. It is already pre-built when you install or download Python on your system. Okay, any questions till now? or I can move to what the Python can do in real world and how it is useful in real world.
Can you tell something about the interpreter in the Python? Can you please go back? So where the interpretation is happening.
Interpretation is okay. Python virtual machine is an interpreter,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
right? The name of the that is interpreter, and the name of the interpreter is Python virtual machine.
Okay. Okay.
So because it converts bytecode into the output so that the CPU can understand or the machine can understand, because machine can understand only low level languages and Python is a high level language. So in order to convert it, you need an interpreter, right, or a Python virtual machine. So that is
Mm-hmm.
what it is doing.
Okay. Okay.
So once it is converted, it can be understood by the CPU,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
right? Okay, so now the next is, once you have learned Python, so what can Python do in the real world? It can create web applications on a server. You can learn Django. Django is a framework that is completely built on Python, and you can use Django framework to create web applications or to create web development, right? To use web development, you can be a web developer. It can connect to any database system. Python, as you all know, is very simple to understand and is very compatible. So it can connect to any database system. Um, if you have heard about big data, Python uses it. Big data and Hadoop is a framework, and big data is a thing where uh, it uses lots and lots of data to come to a conclusion. For example, every social media site, they have all the data of a customer, their relationship, their address, what they like, what they don't like, right? So these are all data, and the data needs to be processed in order to gain some respective information, useful information. So in that scenario, Hadoop comes in picture. Hadoop is a framework that is completely built on Python. In similar cases, there are certain database, for example, Oracle RDBMS, MySQL, PostgreSQL, MongoDB. So these are database systems where Python can connect to anything, right? And the third point is it can handle big data. As I've told you, using the Hadoop data frame, it can handle big data and perform the complex mathematics. And it can also be used for prototyping, where you can develop a simple prototype either for web application or either for mobile application using Python, and it can be used uh, systematically, where you can show the current prototype to any customer if they want. So that is what Python has done. uh, I'll give you a simple example where Python is useful in the real world. There are many websites out there where the websites have been developed using Python. For example, Instagram, the backend is completely Python. The Google search engine is built on Python. Well, it also includes many other languages, for example, Node.js and all that, but Python is one of them. Spotify, the website is built using WordPress, but the application which you use on one phone, it is completely built on Python. Netflix, Uber, Dropbox, Reddit, Pinterest. Pinterest is another social media site, just like Instagram, but in Pinterest, users share their hobbies and likeness. So that's what Pinterest is. So these all websites have been built using Python. So as you can see that once Python, because Python has gained so much popularity and it has developed many, the developers have used many websites and developed many websites using Python. Uh, so this is it for Python. I have explained what can Python do, and if you want to ask about the job prospects, I know you have. a question in mind that what is the job prospect of Python? Well, with the help of Python, you can be a software developer because Python developer needs, we need Python developer in the industry. You can be a data analyst where you cross through or you scrap through the data of various websites and extract useful information. In that, we use Python because Python has many libraries which can easily use to scrap the data. Uh, you can go to machine learning path where using Python you can build machines which automate things. After the machine learning, you can move to AI, the robotics, and all that. So these are some Python prospects, the job prospects of Python. Okay. So do you, anyone wants to ask any question? And we can move towards the ML course or the ML introduction. Hello. Hello, you all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Not getting a response from this side. Okay.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So now we move on to machine learning. And because I believe that if you have learned Python, then you can move to machine learning, where machine learning is the hottest job in the industry right now, where most of them are moving towards, or most of the companies are moving towards machine learning part. So this is the graph of the ML growth, where you can see that machine learning engineer has grown several times during 2012 and 2017. Okay, before moving on, I want to ask Dolly if she can hear us. Dolly, you are on mute. If you can hear me, please reply.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to ask you that which technology have you worked on, or are you a student or you are working?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, I just want to ask that. Hello,
Hello.
hello, hello.
Student, sir.
Okay, you are a student. Which,
Hi.
a
Yes.
college or a school?
Hello. Hi. Yes, sir. Hello.
Hello.
College, sir. University.
Okay. मैं हिंदी में बात करूँ तो चलेगा?
I'm from Andhra University.
From Andhra University. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you comfortable in English
Hello.
or in Hindi? I can talk in
I
English.
am from Andhra University, sir.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And
Any language. I can understand any language, sir.
okay, you can understand. Okay. And which technology are you using? I believe you're from science background, right? Okay. Is it Java or is it Python, C++? What language have you learned?
Yes, sir. Present C language I have learned, and I'm learning Java.
Okay.
I completed learning C language, sir.
Okay. And have you thought about Python, learning Python? Because Python, it is very easy language.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I have started with some basics, but I have to still complete with it.
Okay. So, do you have like
Yes,
interest
sir.
in?
I started with some basics.
Okay, it's good. Okay. And do you have interest in like basically Python, or do you have interest in machine learning? Like, have you understood or have you seen somewhere machine learning? I believe you might have heard about machine learning on the ads or everywhere, right?
In in Python, sir.
Okay, in Python. And that is good. And what exactly is the
Yes, sir.
purpose of attending this webinar? Do you
I
want?
heard it. I wanted I wanted to know about Python and some basics of machine learning
Mhm.
and how
Hello, sir.
Python is useful for machine learning, sir.
We have one more participant, Mithun, right? Hello, Mithun.
हाँ sir.
हाँ, uh,
Hello sir.
okay, hello, hi. Are you comfortable in English या मैं आपसे भी हिंदी में बात करूं?
Yeah, I'm comfortable in English.
Okay, you're comfortable. Okay. So we have okay. So regarding the webinar,
Yes, sir.
नहीं, नहीं, I was talking to Mithun. Okay, so regarding the webinar, we have completed Python and not exactly Python, but we have told about the introduction of Python and what can Python do and why is it so easy to learn Python, right? And now,
Basically, I wanted to learn Python from the scratch. Actually, I don't have much idea about Python as of now.
okay, no problem. This is just a webinar. Uh, we have a separate course on Python where we will share the link and you can watch it later.
Yeah,
Right. So this is just a webinar about giving you the introduction of how Python and how machine learning does. Right. And we have a separate
yeah,
course. I'm not sure if you have seen it, uh, but we are giving the Python course for 200 rupees. The
huh,
cost of the course is 200 rupees. And after completing the course, you will get a certificate, obviously. And
yeah,
we have some projects on Python where you can do the project at the end of the course, and then you can show us, and then obviously you can include the project in your resume also.
yeah, sure.
We're about to launch it. It's we are doing some technical things. I think we'll launch it in 1 or 2 days. I think by tomorrow or by day after tomorrow we will launch the course. Right, and If you have any like once you buy the course, and if you have any question regarding the course, then we are also doing something where you can ask your questions to us directly, and we will help you with that,
Yes, sir.
right? And
Okay. This is basically a webinar on after basics by Python basics, right?
yeah, I'm just explaining that why Python has growth, why Python has gained the growth, and how it is very simple to learn. That's it. I'm not explaining Python. I'm just explaining like what can Python do. That's it in real world,
Okay, okay,
right?
okay.
And yeah, it's a limited period offer. So uh, once, okay, we have a basic Python course on YouTube also, where we have explained 2 or 3 topics, right? You can, I will share you the link after the webinar, and you can go to
Sure,
the
sir.
YouTube link, and you can see 1 or 2 basic web videos, and then you can register on the website.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay.
so we'll move with the ML because we have done Python introduction. So this is the graph of the ML growth, where the machine learning engineer, or the job of the machine learning engineer has been growth exponentially by almost 10 times from 2012 to 2017, right? And you can see rest of the work of the job. That is what it is doing. That is how the machine learning is growing in this world. Uh, okay, so this is the basic difference between the machine learning and the traditional programming, which you do using Python or C++ or Java or anything else. But this is the basic difference. So how it goes is once you, because you have to give the input to something, right? So you give the input and the logic, and you build a traditional programming, right? You write some code, right? That is the logic you give, and you give the input, and then you get the output of the data, right? This is how a traditional programming goes. If you have done Java or C++, then you know what it means, right? But in machine learning, you give the input and the output to the machine learning, and machine learning itself, because machine learning has also many libraries in it. So once you give the input and the output to machine learning, it gives you logic. You do not have to provide logic to do anything. The machine will itself give you the logic, and you can use that machine learning afterwards, or using logic in the real world. For example, I'll give you a very simple example. Okay, so why we use machine learning is we want to predict something. That is why machine learning is used in the real world. We need to predict something. So in a simple example, um, let's take an example of a salary and an experienced guy. If you'll have the experience, right? If you, once you start gaining experience, your salary will increase in the company, right? Because once you gain 4 years of experience, the salary is, let's say, 20,000. Once you gain 10 years of experience, your salary will increase to 50,000. So every time you gain experience, your salary will increase. So how machine learning helps in this scenario is you give the input to the machine, to the machine algorithm. We say algorithm in the machine learning world, and there are n number of algorithms available. So you give input to the machine. For example, you give the salary and the experience to the machine, and the input is the experience and output is the salary. So you give both of them to the machine algorithm, and then the machine gives you the logic. And based on that logic, you can use that logic everywhere in the real world, where you want to find the experience, or where you want to find the of the salary of an experienced guy. So if you, for example, if you have a new company and you want to find the salary, you can use that logic, and it will give you the salary, that what salary should be for the guy who has, let's say, 10 years of experience, and let's say we have 5 years of experience. So that is what machine learning does. And how are we using the machine learning in real world? Well, everyone in today's world is using machine learning. Every company uses machine learning. For example, marketing. If you have ever gone to Facebook and Instagram, or not Instagram actually, for if you have ever searched any product on Amazon or Flipkart, and after that, if you visit any social media website, for example, Instagram or Facebook, then you might remember that you see the same ad for which you find the product, right? For example, if you find the product for, if you're searching for, let's say, shoes, so you will see the same ad for the shoes in your Instagram profile or your Facebook profile. So that is what machine learning is, because the market or the marketeers, they are actually targeting the customers with sales, with best prices, and with all of that. And that is what they're targeting you. They copy your IP address, right? But that's a different thing. But all in all, they use machine learning to target the customers. Other thing is, if you have ever used Google Photos or Apple Photos, Google or Apple Photos, they combine a different person based on their faces in the application. They combine the faces. So that is machine learning in use. Gmail, I'm sure you have used Gmail. Everyone uses Gmail, right? Gmail has a spam folder. So how do you think the spam folder works in the Gmail? With the machine learning, because machine learning recognizes that this email is spam. It is selling you something. So it should belong to the spam. And this email is from a friend. So this email should go in an inbox. Because Google has developed this machine learning on the Gmail process. So machine learning, once it starts learning itself, it classifies that this email is spam and this is not spam. And yeah, so this is one of the projects that we will be doing in the machine learning part. But in Python, we will also do some of the hints where you will use a slight of machine learning, but not exactly. But yes, you will have some fun in the Python projects we're doing. The last is Google Assistant. I'm sure you've used it. It speaks to you. Uh, say commands to it, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. If you need to call someone, you ask your Google Assistant to call someone, and it does. Machine learning is the vital part in it, because it first converts the text, your speech into text, and then it performs the action. So these are some things where machine learning is used in the real world. Apart from it, there are many other things where machine learning is useful. And yeah, that's it. Um, so this was a small webinar on Python and machine learning. And if you have any questions regarding, you can ask now, or if you want to ask later, this is the number and this is the email. You can contact us later. So any questions, Mithun or Dolly? Yeah, if you want, you can take a screenshot of this
No,
page.
sir.
Either you can find this contact in our Instagram page also. So, okay, and if you want to learn Python, Dolly, I recommend you, or I suggest you to see our YouTube page. We have explained some of the concepts there, the basic
Okay.
concepts. And if you like the concepts, you can go to our website where you can buy the product. And while buy the course, actually it's not the product, it's the course where you will learn Python, and it is just 200 rupees. So are you like interested in Python course, or you want to see the YouTube itself first?
Okay, yes, I'm interested. I'll see to it.
Okay. Okay, I think you are following us on Instagram, right? So do check our Instagram page if you have not. Uh, and if you could give your email ID, that would be good, because we'll be sending you a certificate.
Yes, I'm interested in the course. I'll see to it.
Okay. And yeah, please provide your email ID, because we'll be sending you the certificate for joining the webinar in 1 or 2
Yes.
days. And we will also send you the link to register if you're interested in the course.
Okay. To this WhatsApp number.
Sorry.
Okay, we have to send that to the WhatsApp number.
No. Yeah, you can send it on the WhatsApp number, or you can send it here. It's up to you. You can also send it on the WhatsApp number. That's not a big deal.
Hello. We have to send that. I mean, our email to WhatsApp number.
No, you can give it right now. I will take it right now.
Okay.
Okay. $25062001@gmail.com. Okay.
Yes, I have sent it.
Okay. Thank you very much. And if you have any doubt regarding, you can ask anything on the WhatsApp number, on the email, and we'll help you learn. Right? If you take the course, we will help you learn. We'll ask, we'll solve all your questions, all your queries. So nothing to worry about.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll meet you next time, hopefully. Okay, thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.